Much of Seat's recent sales success has been attributed to the number of SUVs in the company's lineup, the Ateca, the Arona, and most recently, the Tarraco. But we shouldn't underplay the contribution of the Mark III Leon, the family hatchback that shifted over 1 million units since it was introduced back in 2012. Product cycles being what they are, there's a new version ready to take a bow, and so we've come to Barcelona to have a sneak preview of this 4th generation Seat Leon. And yes, this is the new Leon. Wisely, Seat's design team haven't mucked around too much with a shape that was always one of the more striking offerings in the family car class. But there are some differences, and here are the headlines. It's about 9 centimetres longer overall, and 5 centimetres of that has gone straight between the front and rear axles in a bid to improve rear cabin space. The nose is a little bit more upright than before, and so is the windscreen. And in a nod to the previous Leon, they've kept this little bit of triangular glass in the C-pillar. These small changes do ultimately make a big difference because the overall shape of this car is 8% more aerodynamically efficient than the Mark III Leons. At the rear, there's an evolution of the Leon's taillight signature, complete with animations when the car is locked and unlocked, and a new Leon badge which uses a handwritten script that'll eventually be rolled out across all Seat models. This FR version gets a rear diffuser and fake twin exhaust pipes for a sportier look. Under the skin is the same MQB platform that underpins most of the VW Group's bread and butter models. There are some new engines, albeit options that only really mirror those of the recently launched Mark 8 VW Golf. The range will start with a 3-cylinder, 1-litre petrol engine with 109 brake horsepower. Then there's a 1.5-litre 4-cylinder unit with either 128 bhp or 148 bhp and a 2-litre with 187 horsepower. There are also 2 2-litre diesels with either 113 bhp or 148 bhp. The standard gearbox is a 6-speed manual, but the petrol engines can all be ordered with an automatic, and this transmission also opens up the possibility to add 48-volt mild hybrid technology on several versions to boost efficiency. For those who really want to slash their fuel bills, the range also includes a petrol-based plug-in hybrid edition that can travel up to 38 miles on electricity alone. Inside, the dashboard is a lot cleaner and simpler than before, because the infotainment screen now sits in front of the fascia instead of being accommodated within it. This car has the top-spec 10-inch system, complete with the same sliding controllers for temperature and volume that you'll find on the latest Golf. A digital instrument panel will be standard on all but the entry models in the UK. Seat's engineers have also worked hard to make the ambient lighting more than just a personalisation gimmick, so the car will flash the interior strip light if it really needs to get your attention quickly, such as for a blind spot warning, or if it senses oncoming traffic as you're reversing out of a parking space. It's noticeably easier to get into the rear seats, and once you're there, leg and knee room are definitely more generous than in the Mark III Leon. The boot, meanwhile, is basically unchanged at 380 litres. But there's now 617 litres on offer if you choose the estate model. That body style continues into the 4th generation, but there's no return for the 3-door. The new Leon, in 5-door and estate form, should be on sale in the UK at the end of the spring. There's no word yet on pricing, but given the increased specs, we'd expect a small increase over the outgoing model. But on monthly rates, it should be very similar.